Hey guys, Len Vinci here with Johnson Outdoors. I'm here with Ken Mah at the 2024 ISE show in Sacramento. Hey Ken, tell me a little bit about the craze that's going on with lithium batteries, how people are using lithium, the advantages to it with our electric motors, as well as our electronics, and how it makes you a better angler.
You know, the biggest thing with lithium now, Len, is it's finally, quote, caught fire in the fishing industry. You know, they're putting them in the right size packages, they have the right power, and they're much more reliable. You know, early days, there were a lot of fires and things like that. You know, Bioenno's got a built-in circuitry to be able to shut that overheating or that overcharge and that kind of stuff off. But lithium now, you know, it started off as, let's reduce some weight, right? Let's do this, let's do that. Really now, I'm at the point where sometimes when you pull lithium out of these boats, it actually will make the boats slower. But the performance of lithium as it pertains to trolling motors, running electronics, getting clear pictures from running their electronics, really now for me, there's really not another option. You know, you really have to go lithium because the power is so consistent over such a period of time, where if you're using like other technologies or the old technologies, flooded cells or AGMs, you know, a lot of times 5-6 hours into the day, that voltage starts dropping, and then your screens start getting glitchy, right? I mean, like with Johnson, your product, you know, you're running 360, you know, you might be running Mega, right? You're running 3, 4, 5 screens on some of these boats. You know, so having that lithium power now, it's a must, I guess, you know, now. It's not really an option anymore.
I tell you, you know, it's just like one of those kind of things. It's all about efficiency, right? You need the amount of time that you possibly can on the water to be the highest in productivity, right? And that's why now this new movement with Bioenno batteries is these isolator batteries with your electronics. For example, with me,
a lot of people running that.
I run 4 Solex 12s, I run an Apex, and I'm running all those things that you're talking about, Mega Live 360 target lock. They all require an immense amount of power, right? Yeah. So what do? We have isolated power from Bioenno to be able to handle all of that.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, it's really valuable, you know, especially when you can put, you know, a 12-volt 100 Bioenno battery, isolate it. It's completely off your system. There's no engine noise, no line noise. There's none of that stuff, and it sits alone. And the electronics, all those big screens, they draw so much power, and they really, having that clean power, it just allows you to see, especially like on live, it allows you to see that fish literally turn and move and see the mood of that fish. So having clean Bioenno lithium power, like I said, I think nowadays it's not, could I have it? It's you must have it nowadays. That's how I feel about it.
That'll just tell you the priority and where lithium power has come. The last thing I want to talk to you about, configuration. Guys are putting in maybe 3 12-volt systems. Yep. Sometimes, like with Bioenno, we have a 3650 to handle a straight 36-volt system, as well as 24. Tell me what you do. How do you configure your system with it?
Yeah, there's so many more options, right, with lithium. What I prefer to run this exact battery. I run this 1280. It's a small battery. It's like a Group 24 size, super lightweight. You can literally toss it around. And then I use an aluminum battery tray, custom made by Billy Hines. And I like the reason I like this smaller configuration battery is multi. One, I can put all 3 12-volt batteries on one side of my boat, and I still have space to put bumpers, ropes, and other things in there. Okay. The second thing that is most valuable to me is that when I run 3 12s, right, it allows me, like a lot of the motors are brushless now, right? So like for my Minn Kota, my Lowrance Ghost, I can go from 24 volt to 36 volt on the fly.
Right.
So if I have a battery go to sleep, or unfortunate circumstance, something happens to one of my batteries, I can just bridge the other 2 working batteries, go to 24 volt, run it on nearly 100 pounds, and I can basically run the rest of the tournament, or for sure I can run the rest of the day doing that.
That's awesome. And so you can clearly see the advantages to our touring pro as well as the regular weekend angler. It has those advantages, and like you said, there's no turning back now on lithium power. You have to have it like that. And also, too, pricing has gotten that much more competitive. One other thing, Kenny, how do you charge your batteries? What do you do? I know Minn Kota's got their PCL chargers.
Fantastic product, yep. I've actually, you know, a lot of people that have Minn Kota OEM'd in their boat, you know, I just tell them to get to go get the PCL charger. You guys have done a tremendous job with that. I personally use a PowerPole charge. It's higher on the price echelon, you know. But I like the power pole charge because it does power management. You know, it will wake my lithiums up. It charges on the run, and it charges all 3 configurations. You know, so there's so many ways to charge it. The main thing that people have to remember is if you have a 12-volt battery, you need a 12-volt charger. If you have a 24-volt battery, you need a 20-volt charger. And if you have a 136-volt battery, you got to have a 36-volt charger, right? So that's mainly what people have to remember as far as charging goes.
That's awesome. It seems like a lot, you guys, about all the stuff going on with this integrated self-powering system through Bioenno and lithium powers. But like Kenny said, you have to have it to get to the next level as an angler. Ken, thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Have a great show.
Yep,
thanks a lot, guys.